I took the standard axe and I turned it into this, using simple paints, simple methods that anybody can do, and I didn't even have to use the instant rust. Instead, I took these three simple colours that most people already have in their paint box. And it doesn't even have to be these exact colours from this brand, it could be any brand of the same tone of colour. But the best thing about this technique is that it can be done by anyone. Even if you're a total beginner and you haven't picked up a brush yet, you can definitely still do this technique and achieve these results. So, with all that said, let's get straight into the first step. The first step is we're going to take a 50-50 mix of Rhinox Hide and Wild Rider Red. Make sure to add plenty of water to the mix. We're looking for somewhere between a wash and a glaze-like consistency. When applying the mix, try to simply push the pigment around. The goal is not to wash the model with the mix, but instead try to be accurate and follow the rule less is more. With your first application down, now we can move on to the second application, and all I've done is add a little bit of Wild Rider Red to the original mix that we've made. Try and use the back of your hand each time to check the transparency and the consistency of the paint. And the technique here doesn't change for this step, you're simply repeating the very first step with the new mix, and that's it. If at any point you feel like you've added too much paint, simply clean the brush and then swipe some of the paint away before it has time to dry. For step 3, I'm taking pure Wild Rider Red, but this time I'll be adding a lot less water to the mix. And now all I'm simply doing is adding little dots of paint and pushing the pigment around at random, but I'm trying to aim for the areas in and around in which the paint pigments have already gathered. After that, just clean the brush off a little bit, come back in and then start to do small, very light swipes around these areas just to blend the paint in. Lastly, we can take some pure Troll Slayer Orange, and the same as the step before, all I'm doing is adding little dots here and there at random across the area that's already been painted. This step is simply a highlight, and it's there to increase the vibrancy and brightness of the rust effect. So at this stage, there's one more optional thing that you can do, which will add another level of detail to this effect. And you'll simply need the technical paint Nihilic Oxide to do this. And so with a smaller brush, I'm just going to go straight from the pot, and I'm aiming for things like the bolts, recesses, and then some random dots here and there. And there you have it. Job done. Quick and easy rust effect that you can impress both your friends and your enemies with. And if you found this video helpful, it was helpful to me if you can like, comment, and even subscribe to the channel. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next one.